We defeated the Chrysalis, and we're back on this menu. For one, if I press triangle here, we can take a look at our base. Now, this is my final form. This is the fully upgraded base, because again, this is a completed save file that I completed a long time ago. It's really cool looking. I like it a lot more than the big shell, structurally. And I like it a lot more than the version of this we'll get in a future game. Unfortunately, we don't get to fully explore this base, but there's a couple struts. Take a look at that airstrip we have. That's awesome. It's just so rad. Anyway, we're here to take a look at the Metal Gear menu, because we defeated the Pupa and we defeated the Chrysalis, so now we've got a bit of a Metal Gear going. This is Zeke. This is the bipedal weapon that Huey was talking about designing for us. And you can see, yeah, it's basically just a crappier version of Rex. I don't mind that it's like a more skeletal, slightly larger Rex. I think the main drive structure being similar is okay. What annoys me, like I said, was if we go to customize parts here and we go to optional parts, where is it? Yeah, the railgun from the Chrysalis. That's a bit of a immersion breaker, because the railgun was supposed to be a big deal. For Rex, that was supposed to be the thing that made it so scary. They developed a miniaturized, yes, this is miniaturized railgun that could fire a nuclear warhead. A lot of why I praise Metal Gear Solid 3 so much is that it had to be a soft reboot, in a way, for Metal Gear, and they had to create something that was as threatening as Rex, but a little more low-tech. We can also get some armor. And so they came up with the Stage 2 Shagohod that had the rocket boosters. We also have the Ray Dome, which was a thing that Otacon gave to Rex to be a character flaw, to be a weakness. So we have this thing that is specifically Rex-like here, with the Ray Dome and the railgun, which, again, that was Otacon's thing. That was Rex's thing. The Stage 2 Shagohod had its rocket boosters, which, by the way, we can get those, that would accelerate the Shagohod itself and work as the first stage of launching a rocket. You know, we played the game. We know what the lore is. So the presence of the railgun here does bother me. We can also see this this orb, which I showed off early Metal Gear Rising footage, that Ray had something like that. That's our AI pod. You get all of these wonderful parts and AI chips for defeating those AI weapons. I love destroying AI. You can also get some additional parts here. So you see I have multiple walk units all at 100% health. And I have some scrap for another one. Power unit. Again, I could make 3 Zekes, it looks like. This is a bit of a spoiler, but you can get some other optional parts, some variation parts, such as thicker legs that really make it start to look like Rex. And a couple different heads. The Pupa head, I kind of like. We can get the Chrysalis head, which looks very silly. The AI pod is dangling down here, but it has a bit of like a snout, which, again, you can kind of look at and go, oh, yeah, if you combine that with, say, you know, the regular Zeke head, you can see where Rex starts to form. So I don't mind that this is sort of a janky prototype Rex. Oh, look, there's a MSF logo on the armor. I don't think I ever noticed that. But I do mind the weapons being so something that shouldn't be here, let's just say. Anyway, after you select your parts, oh, the head parts as well, you can see there's an additional weapon. This has the Chrysalis's rocket salvos. The Pupa has the I don't remember what it's called, but I think it might just be called the H discharger or something. That little triangular weapon. That's the lightning attack it used against us. And I think Zeke just has these chunky machine guns here. We'll go with this for now. But yeah, just that I'll never be okay with the railgun, man. That's Rex's thing. We can also change the color of Zeke. You want a more desert look, you can go for that. Of course you can go with pink. I mean, we gotta go with pink. We could go full on pink. Get a little pink and yellow. Get a sort of cotton candy Zeke going on. I like that. Let's go with that. This'll be our Metal Gear. How's that look? Beautiful. Anyway, you might think, oh wow, cool, we can make a Metal Gear. What do we do with that? Well, unfortunately, not a lot. You can go to Outer Ops here. And you can dispatch. And you can see I've defeated all of these. I've completed them all. Let's see. How does this work? So you pick people from your combat unit. And you can also pick the various vehicles we've captured. If you remember before, it said we were full on vehicles. Let's, do I have a Hind D? No, I think there's only Hind C in this. The idea here is to basically make our circle larger than theirs. I mean, this is definitely overkill, but one of the things you can do that makes your circle real big is deploy Zeke. So we'll launch that attack. And basically you go and do a mission, and then you get some prizes from doing those. That's how you get the armor that has the bandana, is you have to, sort of RNG dependent. You have to do a certain amount of those certain ones, and eventually you'll get the body armor with the bandana. Let's travel to the mine base.
Snake, the Peace Walker platform and AI have been shipped to the final testing base. Once assembled, it's only a matter of time before they launch the nukes. Hurry!
Oh, well, I guess we shouldn't have messed around in all those menus then. Let's go to our briefing files. Mine base, huh? Okay.
Apparently, UFOs are connected to cattle mutilations.
That's not
Cattle
good.
mutations.
No. Not mutations, mutilations.
Ah, virtual
It's
mission.
a word I'd never heard before. People have been reporting their livestock dying in mysterious ways near the same places where UFOs have been sighted. They say the bodies are drained of blood and the eyeballs and sexual organs are gouged out.
Ew.
Wow, when you leave a corpse cut open in a field somewhere, the ground soaks up the blood.
Yeah, but supposedly these cows weren't cut up by any man-made means.
Maybe maggots got to them.
In some cases, they detected radiation.
Radiation.
Even in our own town, we had goats that died in strange ways. Some said they saw a monster. A lizard on 2 legs covered in spines from its head all the way down his back.
Could it be?
I wonder if that's what the aliens look like. Or if it was some pet they brought with them.
Either way, doesn't sound like a very advanced civilization to me.
Well, if you see one, tell it I said hi.
Sure, if it speaks human.
So Chico was describing El Chupacabra there, which I don't think the Chupacabra was sighted by this point, so he doesn't say it by name. I think that's kind of funny. Oh, look, and there's the battle armor. Well, we're not going to use that. Let's go with our good old Tiger Stripe. Get rid of that. This should be fine. Oh, that's right. Hey, Golshi is here. In addition to recruiting humans, we've recruited a horse?
How's the horse doing?
Not too bad. You'd never know he was over 20 years
Over
old.
20 years old.
He was hers after all.
Hers? Oh my god. Yeah, we just have the boss's horse. That was the horse we saw. It was actually the boss's horse, and now we just have it.
The platform and the cerebral AI are supposed to be assembled at an
Much like
underground
Zeke,
base
unfortunately,
disguised
we
as a
don't get to
mine.
use it
If my guess is right,
in gameplay.
both of them have already arrived and are being readied for final testing. Destroying the platform will be difficult. I suggest getting up close and destroying the AI instead. Whatever you do, I'm begging you, don't let my Peace Walker launch a nuke. Hurry, Snake!
Okay. Time to do some sneaking.
Peace Walkers in a base due west of your current position. Move out.
Will do. Look at this high visibility ladder. Gotta love it. So, if memory serves... Yep. We can shimmy across here. I love the shimmy. I don't know if I've mentioned this. It's been there since MGS2. It's one of my favorite things they added to these games. It's just so... It's such a video game thing. By the way, that was a horrible noise. That was a POW over here. Secret POW. But it's very, you know, it's very silly, the shimmy, but it feels just so spy video game. It feels like it needs to be here. Ah. Not just a prisoner, but a lady prisoner? We gotta save her.
All right.
Yep.
Fulton
And
recovery
Miller-
subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Like I said, he's inherited young Campbell's horniness, so anytime you rescue a female POW, he, just immediately, we need to file an HR violation. This is a cool level. I like this level a lot. It's very, you know, very corridor sneaking. I think I say it every single mission, but this game has just a lot of good levels.
We're under attack. Going to alert status.
Understood. Maintain heightened
We'll just
alert.
tag them. Oh, they can climb. Oh, this music. I forgot about this caution music. There we go.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
Caution music's pretty fun in this game.
All clear.
Understood.
It
Return to
sounds
base.
a lot like a track from MGS4. I'm thinking of the track where you fight Vamp. That's what it sounds like. It's very reminiscent of that. Rations. See a man over here.
Go west, Snake. West.
Yeah, cuz I gotta hold dudes up. I know you told me to hurry, but oh, look at this. Oh, and look at this. For a second, I thought they had blonde hair.
Nice.
Yep, we got another lady, so of course,
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Miller's gonna be a creep. Yeah, even though they're kind of low res, I think the foliage in this game does look pretty nice. It's surprising going back to this, how well it's sort of held up. Visually, again, it's a high definitionized, oh geez, PlayStation Portable game, so it kind of, it occupies a bit of a weird space, in that it looks a lot better than most PS2 games in terms of lighting and overall, like, model quality, while also being lower res than a lot of PS2 games. Kind of weird, but I kind of really dig it. In some ways, it gives me, like, Dreamcast vibes, because the Dreamcast tended to be, again, very comparatively lower poly, lower resolution, but a lot of Dreamcast games had really good, like, color palettes and lighting. Of course, you never would have seen anything this beautiful on the Dreamcast. But just
Freeze.
power-wise, it makes me go, I wonder if they could have. Oh, right. Press up against the boxes.
The enemy's
Oh.
here!
Okay. Well, luckily, they didn't get up. Kind of surprised. Does count as an alert, but it's fine. There's that rolling over the gaps that I'm so fond of. A lot of verticality in this level. Again, there's really good levels in this game. I don't know if it's controversial to say this. Probably not. But you kind of get the feeling as I play through all of these that all of the weird side games, I tend to like the level design more than the main games. Anyway,
There's some
check this
straw
out.
below you. You can dive into it with the action button.
Oh, can I?
Back in the time of the Crusades, members of the Order of Assassins used what is called the Assassin's Straw Box to hide and get close to their enemies.
Yep. That's the Assassin's Creed reference in this game. You get this little straw box. It's pretty good. It's legitimately pretty cool. I prefer it to the,
Drag 'em inside
excuse
the
me?
box.
I prefer it to what they did in MGS4, because this is at least, you know, a cool item that changes up a little bit how you can play the game. We are going to see a lot of... just going to get you there. A lot of ideas from this game, particularly what it does with the cardboard box. We're going to see this inherited in a future title. Also, I think... Yes, if you move and press the CQC button, you can do this box rush. This was an ability in Metal Gear Online 2. The version of Metal Gear Online that came with MGS4. So, we're getting a lot of, like, weapon and item abilities inherited by other things. There's a lot of concepts from MGS4 that got remixed into this that'll get further remixed into other stuff. That, I think, is cool. Anyway, there's that big bird butterfly or whatever that we're going after. Remember that? You know, we're here to take pictures of birds and butterflies, or maybe we're here to take pictures of war. Oh no, it's the UFO! Yeah, that's why you get the UFO radio here. Because of these things. To be continued in the next mission. How exciting. I like that, though. They tend to break up forced fights. Because, you know, I went in here non-lethal. I can't non-lethal a robot. I can't tranquilize the robot.